Thriving on, keeping strong, just as long as you're around. It's a good thing. What's going on, y'all? It's B Hill, and welcome back. And if this is your first time joining me, welcome. Let's talk about being introverted and measuring success personally or professionally. And for framing purposes, the traditional and more dominant narrative of introversion being seen as othering, while extroversion is seen and upheld in many spaces as the more traditional and acceptable and successful personality. Culturally, we are told that extroverts are outgoing, outspoken, assertive, and introverts are shy, quiet, and prefer just to be alone. So when I pull on my experiences as being an introvert and the successes and achievements that I've experienced throughout life, whether it be professionally, whether it be interpersonally, or with friendships or relationships, I have to say it's time to let go of these overarching false narratives about what it means to be introverted. So I pulled on a HuffPost article, myths we need to let go of throughout my childhood, young adult life, and even at some points today. People have often tried to label me as shy, in which introversion is more of a personality type, where shyness is a behavior. And shyness has more to do with being uncomfortable, having anxiety around people. My introverted self, those things don't exist. I'm very comfortable around people. I actually enjoy the company of people. However, introversion for me dictates how much of that energy and company that I'm open to engaging in at that time. So professionally, we often hear to be successful, to be a leader, you need to be outspoken, you need to be assertive. Well, I think we need to check where those narratives come from. If we build our knowledge around those patriarchal systems that have dictated professional standards that are really centered in cultural norms and values that uphold superiority systems. They have been used as indicators of success. However, they are not all encompassing and speak to many and varied traits that indicate success. The key is we do not define success for others. That is for them to define for themselves. So to loop it back, no, all introverts are not shy. Second myth was introverts don't like to be around people, which I gave some insight into in the previous myth. Oh, the foolishness that I've heard and had to experience because I prefer solitude. It's not a matter of don't like to be around people. If there are any other introverts out there watching this, I'm sure you have also had experiences of being labeled as you're being judgmental because you can sit in quiet in solitude because you are enjoying the experience around you, and your contribution and your way of authentically being in space is to be more in that quiet place. And people often take it personally, right? As if you don't like them, when sometimes we just not vibing, and that could be true. But more often, I'll probably leave that space and go to a more enjoyable space. But more often than not, it has nothing to do with you as a person and not liking you. So yes, I do prefer my time in solitude. It is fulfilling. I find joy and peace in solitude. It allows me to authentically exist. We all should continuously check our biases, check which narratives we buy into, check those dominant and traditional ways that we have been told to be and what being those things mean. Because what we don't want to do is be out in the world, whether it's with friends, whether it's with family and loved ones, whether it's with co-workers and colleagues, creating more harmful spaces rather than affirming spaces. And last myth, introverts don't make good leaders or public speakers. I've worked through the ranks from frontline supervisor to serving in executive spaces. And I would say I found success in leadership roles. And so again, letting go of this false narrative that introversion will create these barriers and obstacles to being a great leader. Leadership may look differently which is absolutely okay, because we should be re-envisioning and reimagining and again affirming and providing more affirming spaces so that people can show up authentically and do the work that they are purposed, that they are driven, that they have the aptitude and skill set to do. Now, public speaking. I absolutely enjoy public speaking. Absolutely welcome that opportunity to have connection with people, to impart and also to gain that energy, that knowledge from people that I have the pleasure of speaking with. Whether someone is introverted, and even if someone is shy, let people exist in who God created them to be. Let them embark on their own path and journey of self-discovery, of self-development, and for what they feel would be self-improvement. Let's check these dominant societal narratives that actually do more harm than good. Success is what the person defines as successful to them. I got love for my extroverts. No shot. Introverts are also outchea, thriving and vibing. And if you are vibing, subscribe and let's continue to vibe. Like, share, and make sure you're notified when I post. Drop a comment below of your experience of being an introvert, extrovert. And let's not forget omniverts, who exist characteristics of both. And also for you, what do you think are measures of success? Be authentic in your existence, be blessed, and I'll catch y'all on the next video.